Moloch, who entered my soul early. Moloch, in whom I am a consciousness without a body. Moloch, who frightened me out of my natural ecstasy. Moloch, whom I abandon. Wake up in Moloch, light streaming out of the sky. Allen Ginsberg. Last week brought with it the worst mundane astrological outcome possible for Mars conjunct the South Node in Libra. That is the end of a tenuous peace and the increase of war in this world. In astrology, we look at how indicators stack up to understand how likely something is to happen. Also in astrology, generally now we look at Mars as an indication of war. Mars is associated with the god Ares, who has been seen as a deity of war since the time of the Romans. I do not consider war to be a necessity in life, and with all my heart I believe mankind can grow out of it, and that Mars will be seen rather as a deity of energy in the future. Yet it exists in the world we live in together, and the primary astrology symbol for war then is Mars. Mars also represents energy in a pure form. Mars brings with it transformation of the world, which it occupies, through that energy. Another planet at play here is Pluto, which represents an intensified quality of Mars that is more potent, deeper, harder to see, and perhaps even more destructive. The eclipse that occurred on the 14th of October was Saros Cycle South 7, which is delineated as a Mars-Pluto eclipse based on the aspects occurring when the cycle started. Saros cycle eclipses repeat roughly every 18 years. This Saros eclipse last occurred in October 2005, right at that time drawings of the Prophet Muhammad by a Dutch cartoonist that were irreverent and disrespectful caused an uprising of those of the Muslim faith. This particular Saros eclipse then seems to have resonance with the Middle East and those who follow the tradition of Muhammad. Unfortunately, its energy is Mars and Pluto, and that has a violent nature to it. This time, accompanying the eclipse was the following factors. Mars entering Scorpio, signifying a secret ambush. Pluto going direct, signifying horror dredged from the depths of our collective consciousness and pushed forth into the light of our own ability to reason with the sufferings we have created. Mars conjunct the South Node in Libra, which signified the destruction of a perceived peace. And finally, Mars square Pluto, signifying a sudden brutal disruption of the status quo. I'm sure we can all contemplate how we have witnessed this over the last week. The world clock, signified by astrology, set these events in motion long ago. Let us pray now then for peace and goodwill for all of humanity. May we be able to evolve past the experiences of war.
Thanks for watching. Astrology readings are available at www.heartastrology.com.